What's up, guys? I'm Matt Risinger.
I'm Eric Ani.
And we're talking plumbing today. Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Are you using the right PEX? Let's get going. All right, Eric, we're talking PEX specifically today.
Yep.
Before we get into this specific topic, we're being a little cagey with the topic is. Talk to me about the two flavors of PEX that we have here.
Oh, we have a PEX A and we have a PEX B.
Okay.
So really all that refers to is how the PEX is extruded in the manufacturing process.
Yep.
One of them uses a silane with bath, which is like some kind of chemical to cross-link the PEX molecules. The other uses the Engel method, which is a peroxide type of situation.
I know some of these words.
And just throw some brand names out because we do like our brands out there. Uponor is a PEX A.
Yep.
Viga is a PEX B. I've used a lot of both of these over the years.
Yep.
Probably the last 20 years I've put more PEX in than anything else. And honestly, I've probably used more Viga over that 20 years than anything else. But in the last few years, I have moved towards liking Uponor. Talk to me about the fitting styles for each one of these.
So PEX A is a cold expansion PEX, or it's a PEX that uses an external ring like this that's inserted over the end of the tubing.
Okay.
And then we use a special tool like this. This is a battery-operated PEX expander inserted into the end. And you start expanding that ring on there, okay?
And then you're going to notice these Uponor fittings that are intended for this have like a little barb on there. Actually, there's kind of more than one barb. And you're going to, once you expand it, you're going to drop it in there and it's going to clamp back over a couple seconds back onto there, right?
Yeah, so this ring is just like the pipe, just sized differently. And PEX A has a memory in it. So that's what's super important to remember about this. The PEX A memory wants to go back to its original form when it was extruded. So its original diameter, this ring is be closing down onto the outside of that fitting. That's what makes it seal.
Gotcha.
And then, of course, if it's, the PEX pipe itself, if you bend it, it's going to want to straighten out. Or if it were straight, coiled to start with, if you try to straighten, it's going to want to bend.
Flatten out.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, now PEX B, which this happens to be a sample of Viga. Talk to me about these fittings. How do you make a fitting on this?
So this is an insert style fitting, and you don't need a special tool to expand the pipe at all. It's just going to insert right onto the pipe like that. Then you do use a special tool to compress this stainless steel ring that's on the outside.
Gotcha. Now there's also a kind of a disassembled version of that too, right? Talk to me about these.
Okay, so just like the Viga PEX B fitting, this is just from a different manufacturer. It doesn't come with the rings already on it. They actually even color code it. So you can see like 3/4 inches blue, 1/2 inches yellow, that kind of thing.
Yep.
That's just a disassembled version, same concept.
Okay, so you would drop the ring on, you would drop the fitting in. There's a little barb on there, which tells you you've met the full depth, and then you're going to use your crimp tool to make that connection.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward.
It is.
Now, both of these systems you use as well as I have. We've both had good success with these, but really the point of this video is what when we're talking about these fittings, or what point do we want to make about these?
Well, I want to inform not only installing plumbing contractors, but home builders, homeowners. There's this, out in the industry, especially through the pandemic, we saw really just take what you can get, install it. And most plumbing contractors are going to have multiple tools to work with different systems.
Sure.
Well, that becomes a problem when you look at things like warranty. So the manufacturer warrants this tubing, and this is Uponor tubing, for example. Uponor's manufactured warranty from the factory with the tubing and their PEX or Pro PEX fittings, 25 years. Okay, but if I took this tubing and installed a Viga fitting on it, which I can, dimensionally everything's the same.
Okay.
It'll work perfectly fine. If I do that, now the tubing has a 10-year warranty.
Oh, interesting. So the manufacturer is saying, if you don't use my products with my tubing, I'm going to drop that warranty down.
Yeah, they want, of course, they want to sell you fittings. They want to sell you pipe. But they've done, engineered tests, design everything, and laboratory tests. They're blowing the stuff up just like you have yourself.
Yeah.
They're freezing it, everything. And that's based off of their engineered system. They're not testing their pipe with somebody else's fitting.
Yeah.
That stuff costs way too much money and time and resources on their end. They're going to put a warranty on their piping and fittings as a system, and that's what's important. So let's look at Viga, okay? I can't expand PEX B, or I shouldn't.
Right.
I mean, maybe
it's
it
not
can.
intended.
It's not intended to do that. But if I took this fitting system here that's made by a different manufacturer and assembled it and I pressed it, is it going to work? Absolutely. It's going to work fine. But now I've taken what Viga's warranty, 25 years as a system, and I've knocked it down to 1
year.
1 year. That's it.
Dang.
Yeah. So it's really important if we're looking at, what we're doing for our customers, what we're doing for our contractors, how we're providing a service out there as plumbing contractors or installers, whatever it is that you do. If you're using these products, pay attention to what you're using for fittings. Demand from your suppliers the proper combination of pipe and fittings so that you're getting your full warranty.
And I would say, we did scramble a lot during the pandemic on trying to find whatever we could to put houses together. But as we're coming out of that and supply chains get more normal, why wouldn't we, no matter who your brand is that you're riding, if you like Viga, great, buy Viga. If you like Uponor, great, buy them. But make sure it's from them, because if it's an unlabeled part, you don't know where this is made. You don't know what conditions this was made under. You don't know what plastic, what polypropylene, whatever was made here. So, yes, it feels in some respects maybe greedy from the manufacturer to say, hey, you got to use my pipe and my fittings. But there's a reason behind that. Yeah. And that's because they can control the engineering, they can control the quality control so that you can get a systems warranty.
Yeah, absolutely. It's tested that way. It's been designed that way. It's best if we stick to that out in the field.
Yeah, I like that. Man, any final thoughts on this, Eric?
Well, I think it's probably going to come up for some people like, I've seen different fittings in my house, in my basement, or, maybe they've been in the crawl space and they've seen their piping. It has a couple different things in it. Does that necessarily mean it's wrong and should it be replaced? I don't think so.
Yeah, no.
No. I think if it's working, you're fine. Yeah. That's the way it is. I don't think you should go out and rip everything because it just wasn't all in system. But moving forward, for the installers, for the builders, for people specifying, like hiring these contractors, check on it. It's really simple.
Yeah.
And it's worthwhile.
And for me, when I'm hiring my plumber, I'm telling them the system that I want them to use. Typically, not everybody is. Sometimes builders are just saying, hey, give me a plumbing bid on this. And the only thing they care about is what fixtures are installed. But I'm specifically saying the system that I want at my house. So I want my project managers to be talking with the actual plumber who's on the job, not just the estimator in the plumber's office or the head plumber. Hey, do we have this full system for the house? Because that does make a difference long term. And as we said earlier, it's been hard with the pandemic to get everything. As that eases up, that's going to make me want to stay on one horse and stay with that one particular manufacturer. So, guys, if you're not following Eric over on Instagram, he's at Mechanical Hub on Instagram and TikTok. He's also publishing the Make Trades Great Again podcast. And he's shooting one new video a week over on buildshownetwork.com. So go over and check out Eric's work. I'll put a link in the description to our newsletter so you can sign up and find out about Eric's new videos. Really appreciate you coming, dude.
Thanks, man.
We have a party to get to because I'm about to turn 50 and Eric's in town for my party. So let's head out to the party. Guys, if you're not currently a follower, hit that subscribe button below. We've got new content every Tuesday and every Friday. Follow us on TikTok or Instagram. Otherwise, we'll see you next time on The Build Show.